think I'm audible now. Right? Chalo, great. Okay, so today we'll be doing Venn diagrams, the first part. Here we have visual interpretation. By the way, Venn diagram, how is it made? So, let's say there are 100 students in a class. Then this rectangle will represent the all the 100 students. Okay, and let's say out of which 40 study physics and 70 students study chemistry. All right, how is it possible? So what I'm going to tell you over here is this rectangle will represent the all the 100 students. The volume is low. Is it better now? The volume? Okay, so this entire rectangle will represent the total number of students. In this case, students, it can be other things as well. Okay? Out of which, so these two circles will represent the sets, the subsets of this entire rectangle. So in the first set, we have all the people who study physics. In the second, we have people who are studying chemistry. All right? Okay, and as we can see, the sum here is 110. So probably 10 students will be studying both physics and chemistry. Is that clear? 10 are studying both physics and chemistry. Overall, 40 students study physics and 70 students study chemistry. So only physics will be 30 and only chemistry will be 60. All right? Clear? So that is how Venn diagram is represented. The rectangle represents total number of people, and these two sets will be depending on whatever is given in the question. There is also a possibility that some people would not be studying anything. That will come with the questions. So this is how we represent things. Here it says belongs to set A. Belongs to set A. So if this is set A, everything inside belongs to it, and everything outside of the set does not belong to A. This is the visual representation. Clear? Shubham, exactly, it's set only. So in mathematics, we study sets, and its graphical, its figurative representation is Venn diagram. All right, that is what Venn diagram essentially means. So whenever we represent set in form of rectangles and circles, it is Venn diagram. All right, so let us try to study the first classification where Venn diagram is composed of two groups. So here I have shown you this rectangle is the total set, and there are two sets A and B. Here, there are certain things which we need to understand. If I write who all belong to set A, the answer will be A plus C. Who all belong to set B, the answer will be B plus C. All right. All right. That is clear. If I say who belongs to A union B, when I say A union B, it means A or B. That will be equal to how much? That will be A plus B plus C. So whenever we say union, or, that means the things which are there in set A and set B and also the things that are common, all of them will be taken only once. There is no repetition. There will be no repetition at all. Clear? When I say A intersection B, in English it means A and B. Like it should be at the same time A and B both should be there. That is possible only at C. A and B. A intersection B. So we'll be taking all the things that are common to A and B. Clear? So in the language of logic, we say union and intersection. In normal language, we say it or and. I hope that is clear. Okay. Then there is a thing called A complement. A complement. They also say not A. A complement. A के अंदर जो कुछ भी है उसे छोड़ के सब कुछ. Everything that is not there in A would be here. That will be equal to how much? That will be B plus N. B plus N. Clear? When we say B complement, everything except whatever is inside B, that will be A plus N. Cool? Getting it? Then there's a thing called universal set. It is represented by this symbol. It is pronounced as, you know that symbol? Zeta. A union B, A plus B plus C, तीनों होगा ना? Because C is a part of A and B both. But it will not be repeated. Like C is there in A as well as in B. We will not repeat it. C will be present only once. Zeta is the universal set, like everything combined. That will be A plus B plus C plus N. Alright? Elaine Rose, N is the people who are not in either of the sets. Either of the sets. Alright? People who are not in either of the sets. Now, A के पास है ना B के पास है, they are nowhere. Clear to everyone? I think I told you what N stands for. A complement में C नहीं आएगा because C is a part of A as well. Okay, Aditi? I'll see which part. Which part should I explain again? All of it. Of course, that's not possible. This symbol denotes the universal set. जो rectangle है, that is the everything, all of it together. सबको मिला दिया गया. So a plus b plus c plus n. कशिश कुछ लोग u लिखते हैं, but then they get confused because u also stands for union. I use zeta. उसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी नहीं, बस ये एक बार देख लो zeta. All right. So all of you, I'll wait for a minute. Absorb all the information. Once done, we'll move ahead. Harshita, not A, the things which are not there in A. When I say not A, see, all of this is A, right? Not A is represented as A complement. I put a dash over A, that means not A. So all of it which is not in the yellow background will be not A, that is B plus N. All right? Complement. I think I said it 5 times already. When I say B complement, then everything is not inside B will be included. So I'm eliminating all the B's. B complement will be equal to A plus N. All right? ठीक है? Now, पहले एक बात सोचो यहाँ पे छोड़ो सब ये सोचो. All of this, how many people are there? Total A plus B plus C plus N. This is total, isn't it? This is total, right? Aditi. Total लिख लो, zeta भूल जाओ, total कर ले इसको. Total number of people, total number of observations, whatever. People हो सकते हैं, पैसे हो सकते हैं, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Okay, zeta भूल जाओ, मैं zeta बोलूँगा नहीं. I won't use any term which can confuse you. Total मान लेते हैं, total number of sets, total number of elements. A includes C also, so what? C will not be repeated, Pratham. C won't be repeated. Intersection. Things which are common to both the sets. A intersection B. Common to both the sets. Which elements are common to both? सत्य ये किसने बोला आपको कि in N, A, B and C is already included? Who told you that? तुमको प्रॉब्लम किसी समझ में आने एक्चुअली. अरे कैपिटल A सेट का नाम है, कैपिटल B सेट का नाम है. A is the number of elements inside set A. कैपिटल A स्मॉल में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. अगर सीरियस क्या आप सवाल पूछ रहे हो यार? Isn't it clear, obvious? The name of the first set is A, capital A. Name of second set is capital B. In this set A, there are A and C, A plus C elements. That is why I give the example first of all. Here. Physics में कितने लोग हैं यार बताओ मेरे को? Physics is a set. Here we call it physics. वहाँ मैंने उसे capital A बोल दिया. कोई गलती कर दी क्या? In physics, there are 30 plus 10 people. All right. In chemistry, the set called chemistry, there are 60 plus 10 people. In the set, which is common to both physics, intersection chemistry, it's 10 people. All right. Physics, union chemistry, सब कुछ मिला दो, that will be 30 plus 10 plus 60. All right. In this case, all the students were studying at least one subject. Name of set can be written in whatever letter. It doesn't really matter. A लिख दो, B लिख दो, X लिख दो, Y लिख दो, सलमान खान लिख दो. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? You are just giving it a name. That's it. I gave it a name with a capital A. That's it. Bhuvnesh will come to questions. All right. Kunal, B complement. Whatever is not in B, तो मुझे बताओ, B में क्या क्या है? What is there in B? In the set B, what all elements are there? We have small b plus small c. All of this comes under B. So whatever is not under B will be B complement. B complement. क्या क्या नहीं है उसमें? A भी नहीं है, N भी नहीं है. So A plus N. N is not total number of people. N are those elements which are neither in A nor in B. कृष्णा मैं जानबूझ के वैसे एलिमेंट्स सिंबल्स यूज नहीं कर रहा हूँ. तुम भी मत करो. Let us keep it as simple as possible. It's CAT. We are not studying proper mathematics here. ठीक है ना? C was part of B, so now it's over. चलो. Let us try to solve the first question. Automatically things will be clear to you. Okay, in a class there are 120 students. Among them, 30 students do not play cricket and 40 students do not play football. 60 students play both the games. And we have 4 questions like this. You have 7 minutes to solve this. Your time starts now. And then I'll explain. A plus B plus N is equal to 60. Now we have this equation, we have this equation, and we have this equation. So tell me, now the people who could not solve it, those who could not solve it, tell me, what all things can we obtain by using these 3 equations? What all things can be obtained by using these 3 equations? Let this be equation number 1, let this be equation number 2, let this be equation number 3. So if I add 1 and 2, and then subtract 3 from it, what will I get? A plus B plus 2n, here A plus B plus n, I'll get only n, that will be equal to 30 plus 40 minus 60, which means the value of n is equal to 10. Is that clear, everyone? The moment we got n is 10, we can put the value of n in equation 1 and 2 and get the corresponding value for B and A. So if n is 10 here, B becomes 20, and if n is 10 here, A becomes 30. All right, so A is 30, B is 20, n is 10, 60 तो पहले से दिया हुआ है. Now I hope people who still had some problems, what is A, what is B, what is element, what is set, now it's clear to all of you. No issues at all. Still, if there's some issues, tell me in the comments, because things will become difficult after this. Yes, yeah, we can do that as well. Yeah, अरे ठीक है, मैं second method बताऊंगा. Karthik, wait. Let's go slow first of all. Anshika, you are saying no. No for what? Addition equation 1 and 2. Yes, you can see here that if I add these two, I'll get A plus B plus 2n. A plus B plus 2n. अगर मैं A plus B plus n minus कर दूंगा, I'll get only n. Cool. Now let's go to the questions. Anurag, the chapter today is for Venn diagram. So I think we should use Venn diagram. This question is easy. This can be done through common sense. But there are questions which would not be done, if we don't use Venn diagrams. Abhishek, people who play cricket are A plus 60. Yes, Abhishek. That's right. Disha, do not spam. मैंने पढ़ लिया एक बार. यार मेरी क्लास में मत किया करो spam. I am very focused on what you're typing. I'm doing it again. So, first of all, there are some students in a classroom, in a school, college, whatever, out of which some are playing cricket. Let that be the set. The total students who are playing cricket, let them be C. C set के अंदर जो आ गए हैं. Those who are playing football, let them be F. So, the question says 60 students play both the games. बीच में 60 आएगा, who are playing both the games. Visually दिखाई दे रहा है कि ये 60 दोनों के बीच में कॉमन है. इस सर्कल और इस सर्कल के बीच में कॉमन कौन है? ये, that is 60. Okay? And I'm assuming यहाँ पे कुछ होंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो होंगे ही ना. उनको मैंने A मान लिया. Alright? यहाँ कुछ होंगे, वहाँ B मान लिया. So A are those students who are playing only cricket, not football. Only cricket, but not football. B are those students who are playing only football, not cricket. And there are N students who are playing neither cricket nor football. ऐसा होगा ना? Even in your school or college, some people did not play both of the games. They liked sleeping, right? Or not focusing in the class. So there are N people like that. Is that clear? Now, Sabrinath will always assume that, because if all were playing something, N will be 0 automatically. When you start calculating, N will become 0. Okay? So when it's not mentioned, we'll actually assume it. All right? ठीक है. So 30 do not play cricket. So who are not playing cricket? जो लोग इस सर्कल के अंदर नहीं है, क्रिकेट नहीं खेलते हो. They are playing either only football or nothing. That is B plus N. So B plus N becomes 30. Let this be equation number 1. 40 do not play football. They are playing either only cricket or nothing. That is A and N, which becomes 40. Let this be question number 2. All right. And total students are how many? 120. Total मैं करूँगा इन सबका. Only cricket, only football, both, and none. This is equal to 120. So if I solve it, sending 60 on the right hand side, I'll get A plus B plus N is 60. Let this be equation number 3. Cool. Understood? Now if I add these two, what do I get? Adding equation 1 and 2, I get A plus B plus 2N, that is equal to 70. And now if I subtract 3 from this, I'll get N only, right? That will be 10, and now putting the values, we'll get all the answers. Okay, let us answer the questions, all of them one by one. How many students do not play any of the two games? I don't know it over here. 10. How many students play only football? 20. C, and then comes A. Third, how many play exactly one game? Exactly one game. That means only cricket, only football. 30 plus 20, we have 50. So B is the correct answer over here. How many play at most one game? At the most one game. That means people who play one game or no games at all. So 30 plus 20 and 10. That will be equal to 60. All right. So the answer is C, A, B, C. Clear? All of you? Chalo. Now, if I want to solve this set in a different way, there's the basic way. Cricket, football. So overall, we had 120 students. 30 do not play cricket. What does that mean? What does that mean? 30 do not play cricket. That means 90, at most 90 might be playing cricket. यार at most one more than one कैसे हो सकता है? अधिक से अधिक एक. तो more कैसे हो जाएगा? Why didn't include it? How many students play at most one game? That means the people who play 0 games or 1 game, both will be included, isn't it? अधिक से अधिक आप एक गेम खेल रहे हो, मतलब नहीं भी तो खेल रहे. Both will be included, right? Now I'm going to do it in a different way. Method 2. So when they say 30 students not play cricket, that means at most 90 play cricket. Is that clear? 30 नहीं खेल रहे, तो 90 at max 90 खेल रहे होंगे. Why I said at most 90? Why didn't I say 90 play cricket? Because there's a possibility that in this 90 there might be some who are not playing cricket or football. All right. Then it says 40 do not play football. 120 से 40 football नहीं खेलते. So that means at most 80 play football. Makes sense? That makes sense. Now 60 are those who are playing both the games. This is clear. 60 से ज़्यादा नहीं, 60 से कम नहीं. So overall 90 plus 80, if I add them, 90 plus 80, what do I get? 170. In which 60 are common. 60 are common. Subtracting that, I get 110. So there are 110 people who are playing at most one game. तो 10 लोग कहाँ गए? 10 वो होंगे जो कोई भी गेम नहीं खेल रहे होंगे. Is that clear, all of you? So this is another way of solving the same question. Cool. So here comes 10, and when I said at most 90 play cricket, that means only 80 are playing cricket because 10 are playing none. यहाँ पे कितना 70 आ जाएगा. This is 60. All right. 90, sorry, this is 90. And 80. 90 minus 60, we have 30 here and 20 here. Now our set is totally solved. This is also one of the ways in which we can do. A lot of you must have done this way, right? Clear to all of you? ऐसे किया है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. I think both methods are clear to all of you. Now coming to the next set. चलो, you have 7 minutes for this one. अगर मेथड 1 समझ में किसी को आ गया अच्छी बात है, 2 आ गया तो भी अच्छी बात है, दोनों में कोई नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम है, कोई एक तो आ गया ना, ठीक है, बाकी दूसरे पर रिवाइज कर लेना. Let us solve this set. Otherwise, we'll be fixed on one side only for the next 2 hours. Yeah, Kanika, live and application are sufficient. Once the course is over, you still have time. After that, you will start practicing. Yes, total of Ludo, exactly. They're not saying ये यही होती है. दूसरे वाले में B था, ऊपर में A plus 45 भी था. Okay, now what else do we have? We also have okay. So here we're discussing about 2 indoor sports, Ludo and chess. चलो मैं just slide change करूँगा. Let's do it over here. So this is Ludo and this is chess. We always try to fill the elements from inside out. First we'll try to fill this one, and then others. 45 of them play both Ludo and chess. Okay, our work becomes easy. Let's put 45 over here. The number of men who play Ludo is 4 times that of those who play neither Ludo nor chess. कुछ और दिया नहीं है तो let us give them some values. Let this be A, let this be B, and let this be N. All right. So A are those who are playing only Ludo but not chess. B are those who are playing only chess but not Ludo. N are those who are not playing anything. Okay. So now let us make the equations. The number of men who play Ludo is 4 times that of those who play neither Ludo nor chess. So how many are playing Ludo over here? A plus 45. Is that clear? These men are 4 times of those who are playing neither of them. That is 4n. Is this clear? Those who could not solve it, tell me. Now I am solving it. The first step is clear to all of you. Then it says the number of men who play only chess. Only word use कर दिया है. Only. That means we're concerned only about D. Is 5 by 2 times of that of those who play neither Ludo nor chess. So 5 by 2 times n. All right. निश्चित यही प्रॉब्लम यही होती है. दूसरे वाले में B था, ऊपर में A plus 45 भी था. Okay. Now what else do we have? We also have one information that total people are 120. So if I add all of it, that is A plus B plus N plus 45, this must be equal to how much? This must be equal to 120. All right. Kashish, मैंने पहले कहा था, B are those who are playing only chess. Okay. Whatever common. मैं फिर से बोलूं एक बार. Those who are playing only Ludo is A. Those who are playing only chess is B. Those who are playing Ludo will be A plus 45. Ludo play करना और सिर्फ Ludo play करने में अंतर है. Lisa, yes, that is what we are going to do over here. So now we can calculate the value of n. Why? Because we have A and B both in terms of n. This can be written as A is equal to 4n minus 45. Let us put the values, get the value of n. Chalo, be quick. To put it here, this becomes 4n minus 45 in place of A. In place of B, I can put 5 by 2 times of n. Then we have plus n plus 45. This is equal to 120. 45 get cancelled. Cool. Let us add them all. 4n plus n plus 5 by 2n. Taking 2 as the LCM. 15n by 2 will be equal to 120, which means n is equal to 16. We got the value of n is 16. Now we can get the value of A and B both. N is 16. Okay. Let us put it here. So value of A will be 4 into 16, that is 64, minus 45. That comes out to be 19. And if I put n as 16, this will B is equal to 5 by 2 times 16. This will be how much? 5 8s are 40. Okay, solve. Easy. In Sheila, I think I have told it thrice, but chalo, you are asking, I'm telling it 4 times because it's given in the question. The number of men who play only is the keyword, only chess. What is meant when I say only? If you will consider people who are playing only chess but not chess and Ludo both. Okay. Now you have all the data over here. How many men play chess? How many men play chess? It's 85. Okay. It's not only chess. It's chess. निश्चित यही होता है. LRDI में एक सिली मिस्टेक पूरे सेट को खराब कर देती है. How many men play neither Ludo nor chess? That is 16. How many men play at least one of the 2 games? At least one of the 2 games. Now what does that mean? We will count the people who are playing only one and both. That means, all right. How many men play at least one of the 2 games? So we'll count 40 playing only chess plus 19 they're playing only Ludo. So they are the people who are playing only one game. We'll also count those who are playing both the games. That is 45. Let's add them up. We get 104 as the answer. Alright, how many men do not play chess? Do not play chess. That means 19 plus 16. 35. Cool. Those who do not play chess. प्रीतम ठीक है और भी तरीके कर सकते हैं. चेस को एलिमिनेट किया, we have 19 plus 16 35. Yes, Shinchan. Is that clear, everyone? Why did we add 45? Where? अच्छा, at least for 2 games, no? At least one. सिर्फ एक और दो वाले भी दोनों ही काउंट होंगे. Those are playing only one game and also those are playing 2 games. At least क्या होता है? कम से कम एक खेलता हूँ तो दो वाला भी काउंट हो जाएगा. All right. Okay. I want to do it in one more way. This is Ludo. This is chess. What are the things are given to us? 45 of them play both Ludo and chess. 45. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. The number of men who play Ludo is 4 times that of those who play Ludo or chess. So let this be n. Okay. So this Ludo will be 4n. Yes or no? This entire Ludo will be 4n. Can I say that? Can I say that? Ludo players are 4 times of those who do not play anything. This is n, so this is 4n. That means this will be 4n minus 45. All right. अभी लैग ठीक हो गया. एक बार बताओ. Number of men who play only chess is 5 by 2 times who play neither Ludo or chess. So this guy is now our calculation becomes very easy because we don't have any other variables except n. Screen में issue है. Just a minute. Is it still flickering? Just a minute. Let me call the tech person. Wait. Now it's fine, I believe. I think it's fine now. Okay. I'm going to do it again. Okay, see. 45 play both. 45 putting here. This is Ludo, this is chess. The next statement say the men who play Ludo is 4 times that who play none. The men who play chess is 5 by 2 times of that who play none. So if I consider none to be 2n, then only chess will be 5n. That makes sense. थोड़ा और छोटा कर दिया मैंने पिछले मेथड से भी. Instead of taking it to be n, I took it to n. I think the screen is proper now. Is it still flickering? ठीक है ना? Perfect. Okay. So I assumed it 2n. Why? Because 5 by 2 calculate करना था. 5 by 2 कर दिया 2n and 5n. And what will come here? Number of men who play Ludo is 4 times that who play neither. That means Ludo players are 8n, right? 2n ka 4 times, 8n. So only Ludo will be how much? 8n minus 45. All of it makes sense to everyone? Shreya, I took 2n because calculating 5 by 2 of 2n, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, no? That's why I took 2n. ठीक है, Shreya? See, our life becomes very simple now. Shall we? How 8n? लिखा है ना यहाँ पे? 4 times. People who play Ludo are 4 times of those who play none. 2n का 4 times कितना? 8n होता है ना? Did like that, Pritam? Very good. Now our life is very easy. Let us count them all. 8n minus 45 plus 45 plus 5n plus 2n is equal to 120. These two get cancelled. 15n is equal to 120, which means n is equal to 8. We got the answer. n is 8, so 2n becomes how much? This becomes 2n becomes 16. 5n, this becomes 40. 8n minus 45, this becomes 90. And we got the answer. So I think this is how you can save a lot of time by using some simple mathematical logic. This is how we can actually do things quickly. We just have to keep our mind open. आकृति 5 by 2 of what? तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि 5 by 2 मतलब 2.5 लोग खेल रहे थे. 2 इंसान पूरे थे और एक का सर कटा हुआ था. 2.5 of what? 5/2 of what? कुछ तो होगा ना. 2.5 लोग देखेगा किसी ने? 2 पूरे बॉडी और एक बीच से कटा हुआ था. Just 5/2 of those were playing none. So 5/2 of 2n. 2.5 men हो गया ये तो. How many of you have watched that series? चलो कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट. अच्छा ये तो हो गया है. द नेक्स्ट सेट. You have this can be difficult than the previous one, but not a lot difficult. So I think 8 minutes will be sufficient. जिसने बैंग बैंग लिखा है वो जानबूझ के लिखा है. ये ट्राई टू सॉल्व फर्स्ट, उसके बाद बताऊंगा. जैसे समझ में आ रहा है वैसे करो एक बार. Today itself. So now we'll start explaining. Gurugram, Noida, iPad, iPhones. Among the 5,000 employees, 2,000 belong to Gurugram. So let's write 2,000 over here. Automatically, in Noida, there are 3,000 employees. And out of these 2,000, 30% own both types of products. 30%, that is 600. 30% of 600. Okay? Is that clear, everyone? In the first statement, we have this data. Among those who belong to Gurugram, 1,200 employees own iPhones. 1,200 own iPhones. This thing is 1,200. All right, this whole. 600 already आ चुका है. Remaining is 600. 600 will be having only iPhones. And 600 have both iPhones and iPads. So second step will also solve. Third one, among the employees who own iPhones and also belong to Noida, 25% own iPads also. What is 25% by the way? 1/4. All of you know that? All of you know that. It says among the employees who own iPhones and also belong to Noida, means this one, 25% own iPads also. So 1/4. So what if I write X over here, iPhone will be 4X, yes or no? From third statement, that is what we can get. Is that clear? Among those who own iPhones and also belong to Noida, 25% own iPads also. So 1/4 है इसलिए मैंने इस तरह लिया 1:4. So if this guy is X, this will be 4X. This will be 3X automatically. Only iPhone in Noida will be 3X. All right. Third is also solved. Coming to fourth, 2,800 employees among the surveyed group own iPhones. 2,800 employees own iPhones. Okay. By the way, 600 plus 600 is 1,200. This will be 800. 2,800 employees among the surveyed own iPhones. Okay. So in Gurugram, we have 1,200 iPhone users. That means in Noida, we'll be having 2,800 minus 1,200. That is 1,600 iPhone users. Isn't it? Right? हाँ ये सही तो लिखा है. So Noida there are 1,600 iPhones. I think the problem is solved. They're in there. Nothing is left now. So 4X is 1,600. That means X is 400. So I'll replace all of it. X is 400. This is 400. This is 1,200. 12 plus 4 is 1600, overall 3000. So this will be 1400. And we have solved this set. All right. Which part? Which part do you want me to explain again? Third statement. Third statement says, see, there are people in Noida who own iPhones. Okay. The people in Noida who own iPhones. Right? Among those people who own iPhones, 1/4 of them own iPads as well. All right. So that 1/4 is going in the common area of iPad and iPhone. So I assume this to be x. This became 4x automatically. 1:4. Now I think it is clear. Clear to all of you? Still, there is a problem. Why multiply with 4? Because 25 is 1/4. चलो एक काम करते हैं 4 करेंगे मैं इसको फिर से कर देता हूँ. Don't get stressed. Okay. Now see very carefully. This is Gurugram. This is Noida. All right. This is iPhone. This is iPad. iPhone. iPad. I'm doing it quickly. 2000 belong to Gurugram. So automatically 1000 will belong to Noida. 30% on both types of products in Gurugram. That is 600 over here. Okay. Those belong to Gurugram. 1200 employees own iPhones. So iPhones में 1200 है, which means this is 600 automatically. 600 plus 600 is 40. It's 1200. Remaining 800 will be having only iPads. Gurugram is solved. Okay. I'm doing it quickly. सबको समझ में आ गया मीनाक्षी रुक जाओ देखो. First and second समझ में आ गया ना Gurugram is clear. Third says among those people, ठीक है, third देखने दिक्कत हो रही है, fourth पहले पढ़ लो. Fourth says 2800 employees among the surveyed group own iPhones. Okay, so before solving third, let us solve fourth because that is easy for us. So 2800 employees had iPhones, out of which 1200 in Gurugram, that means 1600 in Noida. All right, this becomes 1600. I'll wait for 10 seconds. Tell me, is this fine? I'm not solving third statement first. I'm solving the fourth statement first. Is it cool? Any problem there? No problem at all? Fine, great. 1600 iPhone. This whole circle represents 1600. That means this will be 1400. No problem at all. This circle represents 1600. Remaining out of 3000, remaining 1400 will be having only iPads. Cool enough? Now coming to third statement. Among the employees who own iPhones, अब आसान हो गया. 1600 के पास iPhone है, उसका 25%, 400 के पास iPad भी है. 400 यहाँ चला गया, 1200 यहाँ चला गया. I have removed X at all. वैसे भी one should not love X, isn't it? The statement has got multiple meanings. I hope it's clear to all of you now. Chandru, 4 into 4 diagram, movement diagram, why? 4 by 4 is a grid. Okay, let us solve the questions. How many employees among those belonging to Noida own iPads? Own iPads. The answer is 1800. It doesn't say only iPads, it say iPads. Answer is 1800. If it was only iPads, it would have been 1400. How many employees own only iPads? Only iPads. Overall, only iPads. 800 plus 1400 is 2200. Cool. How many employees own iPhone as well as iPad? iPhone as well as iPad. 600 यहाँ, 400 वहाँ, that means 1000. What is the difference between number of Noida employees who own iPads and number of Gurugram employees who own iPads? Here the iPad is owned by how many people? 1400 people. 1800, 1400 मतलब answer is 400. Cool. How many of you got all correct? That's a clever comment. All correct. Great. So the Gurugram iPad is wrong. Yo? Achha, you got it wrong. Okay. So the sum is more. Let me check it once. क्या wrong है इसमें? What is wrong, Sudeep? The sum of 12 and 14. हाँ, because 600 common. No, same is here. 1600 plus 300, 400 is common. The last question. iPad owners in Noida and Gurgaon, we have to tell the difference. How many people own iPads in Gurugram? 600 plus 800. And how many own iPads in Noida? 400 plus 1400. They did not say only iPads. That's why I took the total iPads. All right, now let us go to the second concept in which we're dealing with sets with three, Venn diagram with three different sets. So here, I think it's clear to all of you. So if I start writing elements X, A, B, C, D, E, F, N. Let this be set A, let this be set B, and let this be set C. So you're going to tell me. If I say who all are in set A, it will be A plus C plus E plus X, right? If I ask, what will B complement? Everything is not in B. Everything is not in B. So I'll remove all of it and E plus A plus, so it will be A plus E plus F plus N. Clear? If I say only C, it will be F. Clear? So it's same, just that we have to interpret the given conditions. All right? I think you don't have any problem understanding these parts. It is clear to all of you? Bhuvaneshwari, I'm going slow only. It's the same thing which we discussed earlier, just that we have three sets here. All right, let's start with the questions directly. Bhuvaneshwari, is that clear? Gauri, there's nothing to speak once again. Whatever I said is written on the board. Who all are in A, C, E, C, X, and A? Who all are not in B? Not in B. B is not there, C is not there, X is not there, B is not there. E, A, F, and N are there. Only C, sif C, nothing else. This is only C. If you take A, it will also be in A, right? So that is why I said only C. Clear? Now let us try to solve the first question and things will be crystal clear to you now. Akhil is not fixed. Hey Akhil, how are you? You know the most, what is the difference, what is the similarity between life and cat? The similarity in life and cat is nothing is certain. Or I can say the only certainty in cat or life is uncertainty. So nobody can say how many sets will come. If they come, it will not be more than one. If you solve okay. In a company, there are 500 employees. 320 employees have a car. 230 employees have a bike. 220 employees have a scooter. Okay. So from the time that song, Dilo Ka Shooter Hai Mera Scooter, released, I've started hating this term scooter. It gives me a bad trip. But what to do? The next time I'll change all these questions which have scooters. 40 employees have all the three. So we should start from filling from inside, inside out. So 40 is here, all three. 130 employees have a car and a bike. They have a car and a bike. So this part will be 130. Car and a bike. 40 is already here. Remaining will be 90. Okay, is that clear? यार तेरा चेतक पे चले ये कौन सा गाना है गणेश? Then it says 110 employees have a car and a scooter. A car and a scooter is 110. So 40 is already here. We have 70 over here. 80 employees have a bike and a scooter. This one is 80. 40 is already here. We'll have 40 over here. Rest is very easy. 90 plus 40 plus 70 is how much? 200. This should be 320. So 320 minus 200, we have 120 over here. 90 plus 40 plus 40, we have 170. 230 minus 170, 60 over here. 70 plus 40 plus 40 is 150. 220 minus 150 is 70 over here. That's all. Solved. Oh yeah, solved. Khatam. So now let us add them all. Let us add them all, whether we have done it correctly or not. So 120, this whole, 320 plus 60 is 380 plus 40 is 420 plus 70 is 490. Overall, we should have 500. It is only 490. That means there are 10 people who have nothing. Neither car, nor bike, nor scooter. They might be using public transport. Cool. जिन्होंने 40 माइनस नहीं उनका नेगेटिव में आ गया होगा जैसे कि अदिति है ना अदिति such a simple question and you guys made it complex because of your own complex mindset. Chalo, let's solve it. How many employees have car and a scooter only? What's the answer? A car and a scooter only. Car and scooter only. Answer is 70. 40 में तो बाइक भी है उनके पास. Car and scooter only. Answer is 70. How many employees have a car or a bike but not a scooter? A car or a bike, but ये सब but not a scooter. Car or a bike, not a scooter. So 70 plus 40. These 40 will be having. क्या था question? Not a scooter. Okay. Car or a bike but not a scooter. Answer is 90. Plus 120 plus 60. So overall we have 270 as the answer. Clear? They have a car or a bike or both car and bike but not a scooter. So answer is 270. Okay, Ankit. ठीक है. Third, how many employees have a bike but not a scooter? Bike but not a scooter. They have a bike but not a scooter. So 60 plus 90, 150. They have only bike or car or bike both, but not the scooter. So we have 60 plus 90, 150. Now I think interpreting a set has become very easy for everyone. How many employees have none of the three vehicles? That is 10. Cool. How many employees have neither a bike nor a scooter? ना bike है ना scooter है. Car है 120, कुछ भी नहीं है 10. So answer is 130. All right, option D. Kunal, when we added all of it, the sum was 490, but overall employees were 500, so remaining 10 employees had nothing. That's how we calculated the remaining ones. Anurag, ये problem होती है यार. You should be very much careful about whatever is written. Basically, I think you take time as the pressure. अदिति नहीं, कार और बाइक में दोनों ही आ जाएगा. ओनली कार ओनली बाइक नहीं लिखा ना अदिति. अदिति तुम्हारे पास कार है क्या? मान लो है. तुम्हारे पास बाइक भी है. तो पूछूंगा कि तुम्हारे पास कार है क्या? तुम क्या बोलोगी? नहीं नहीं मेरे पास कार भी बाइक भी है. ऐसा नहीं बोलोगे ना. You go, हाँ, I guess I have a car. If I ask you, do you have a bike? You will say, yeah, I have a bike. So even if you have both, you will answer yes to both the questions, right? लेकिन तुम भी तो घर वालों के पास हो. Okay, चलो. The last set for today. Oh, that's it. All the sets are over, and in the next one we'll be doing. I was about to say search engine optimization. It should be Venn diagram optimization. And second one, Sanjana, what happened? Second one. How many employees have a car or a bike but not a scooter? Okay. This question is basically not scooter. This whole will be cancelled out. This we can. So only we have 120 plus 90 plus 60. All right, Sanjana. हर्ष जल्दी ओवर नहीं होती है मेरी देर तक चलती है. पिछली क्लास वाज एन एक्सटेंशन टू द क्लास व्हिच वाज अबाउट सी इन द रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन वेरिएशन इट वाज 2 आवर क्लास बट इट टुक 3 hours and 40 minutes. 2 घंटे पहले 1 घंटे 40 मिनट बाद गए. जल्दी नहीं, इतनी ज्यादा लंबी हो गई कि वो ओवरफ्लो हो गया. आई हैड टू टेक एन एक्स्ट्रा क्लास. ओके कुसुम मैक्सिमम मिनिमा एंड वेन डायग्राम ऑप्टिमाइजेशन विल बी इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. आदित्य मैं जानता हूँ इजी थे इसलिए थे ताकि सब लोग समझ जाएं कि होता क्या. फिर करेंगे वेन डायग्राम पार्ट 2. दिस पार्ट 1 ओनली. Okay, Anshika, I'll just do it once. Thank you, Nikhil. Someone wants me to solve it again quickly. Okay, ठीक है. See, the 500 employees, 320 have a car, bike, scooter, C, B, S. 320 have a car, just right over there. 230 have a bike, write it again. 220 have a scooter, write it here. Okay, Sanjana, this is for you, and those who want me to explain it again quickly. 40 have all the three. Let's write 40 over here. 130 have a car and a bike. Common to these. This is how much? This is given as 130. All right. This is 130. So this means 40 is already here, 130 minus 40, 90 will come here. This 40 was a part of 130 because this also represents car and bike. Then 110 implies have a car and a scooter. A car and a scooter is 110. So 40 have already been mentioned over here, remaining is 70. 80 have both bike and scooter, so this is 80. This whole is 80, 40 is already here, so remaining is 40. And then I wrote here 320 minus 90 minus 40 minus 70. That is how I solved it. Clear? That's all. So I hope you guys learned a lot of things today and had a lot of fun. We'll have more fun in the next class. Thanks, Vinny.